Have you ever heard a sudden bang and instantly folded into the defensive posture of a Victorian orphan? Or looked down from a balcony and felt your knees resign from the company? Or seen a lotus seed pod covered in tiny holes and thought, great, nature invented a showerhead made of disease? Congratulations, you are not weak. You are being controlled by a dead caveman. I'm MR.Q, and today we're opening 5 ancient do not touch warnings buried so deep in the human operating system that your conscious mind doesn't even have the password. Your brain understands elevators, smartphones, and 2-day shipping. Your nervous system is still crouched in a bush, wearing a dead animal, absolutely losing it because a leaf moved suspiciously. Five forbidden buttons. Let's go. Number 1. Sudden loud noises. A loud noise is the oldest push notification on Earth. Except instead of, your package has arrived, it says, something large is approaching, exploding, collapsing, or attempting to eat your face. And there was zero survival advantage in turning around calmly and saying, interesting, let's gather more data. No. The survivors jumped first and did the analysis 2 zip codes away. Here's the disrespectful part. That flinch happens before you know what happened. Your muscles have already filed the incident report, while your brain is still reading the subject line. You are not reacting to the noise. You are being informed of the noise. Afterward, as a courtesy, and you can't train it off, veterans flinch, 90-year-old grandmothers flinch. The most enlightened monk on the mountain, 40 years of silence, total inner peace. You pop a paper bag behind that man, and he becomes a startled cat with a shaved head. Now watch what happens when we take away the floor.
Number 2. Heights. People love announcing that they're not afraid of heights. Really? Then why do you step onto an observation deck like the floor has become a legal document? Your feet get smaller. Your hands drift out. Your whole body starts moving like a couch being turned through a doorway. And that fear makes sense, because falling from a great height had one major historical side effect. You stop participating in history. Researchers tested this with the visual cliff. Babies on a glass-covered table, one side looking shallow, the other looking like a sheer drop. Mom stands across the deep side, calling and waving. Out of 36 infants, 3 crawled across. 3. The other 33 looked at their own mother and said, I love you, but this smells like a trap. Your fear of heights is basically a review left by your ancestors. Cliff, beautiful view, fell off, would not recommend. Heights at least make sense. There's a real drop. The next one is your body having a medical emergency about a dessert.
Number 3. Rot and clusters of tiny holes. This is where your body stops being a scientist and becomes an aggressively unreasonable health inspector. Rotten food carries microbes and toxins, so disgust works like a biological bouncer. It does not explain the chemistry to you. It takes one sniff and says, Sir, your smell is making my stomach call the police! And you can gag from a smell alone. Nothing entered your body. Your stomach has decided to evacuate based on a rumor. But that same system may explain why some people cannot handle tightly packed holes. Lotus seed pods, honeycomb, tiny pits clustered together like a starter home development for parasites. Roughly 1 in 6 people react badly to images like that. Nothing is happening in those pictures. It's geometry. And yet, your skin crawls off your body and waits in the car. One proposed explanation is that clustered holes look like infected or diseased skin. So your brain sees a completely harmless plant and concludes, I don't know what that is, but somebody needs antibiotics. It's often called trypophobia. So that's your alarm system being wrong about a plant. Now here's the one it was built to take seriously.
Number 4.
Snakes and spiders.
Of course we fear them. A snake is a mussel with a mouth. A spider is 8 knees carrying a syringe. Neither one has eyebrows, so you have no idea what either of them is planning.
Experiments suggest we spot them unusually fast.
Like the visual system keeps an express lane reserved for long thing with no legs and small thing with far too many.
But here's the proof the game is rigged. Lab monkeys who have never met a snake are completely relaxed about snakes.
Then you show them a video of another monkey losing its mind at one, and the fear transfers instantly. Lifetime subscription, 1 viewing.
Now run the same video, same panicking monkey, and put a flower in the box.
Nothing. The monkey watches a member of its own species have a total breakdown over a daisy and just goes, "He's got personal issues."
There's a pre-approved list of things you're allowed to be terrified of.
Flowers didn't make the list. Snakes were a founding member.
So when you find a spider in the bathtub and activate every emergency system you own, you're running software written back when pest control meant screaming, throwing a rock, and relocating the entire tribe.
Snakes and spiders, at least, are honest. They look like what they are.
The last one is standing in a store window, pretending to be a person.
Number 5. Things that look human, but not human enough. Welcome to the Uncanny Valley, named by a robotics researcher around 1970. A cartoon face can be adorable. A real human face can be comforting. But 97% human? Absolutely not. The mannequin in the dog shop window. The wax figure you swear just turned its head. The video game character whose eyes say, "I love you," while its mouth says, "Your soul has been added to cart." 2 or 3% off. That's all it takes. Because your brain loads the human model, and then the model gets violated. Blink timing's wrong, the smile arrives late, the face doesn't move when a face should. And your brain does not conclude, imperfect sculpture. It concludes something much older. That is one of us. And something is wrong with it. For most of human history, that meant sick, dying, dead and moving anyway. Or an outsider who was about to become a serious problem regarding territory, food, and your continued existence. Our ancestors invented, "You're not from around here," long before they invented pants. And we may not even be alone in this. Studies with macaques have reported uncanny valley-style reactions to real monkey faces, obviously fake monkey faces, and almost real monkey faces. The almost real one got the strongest, "Nope, turn that off." Even monkeys can detect bad CGI.
So why can't you just reason your way out of any of this?
Because fear does not wait for a committee meeting. The ancient alarm fires first. Your logical brain shows up later with a clipboard going, "Everyone relax, it was a balloon," while your heart is already 3 blocks away. And yes, the system is sloppy now. A glass floor is not a cliff. The guy in the wax museum is probably not harvesting your organs. Probably. But it was never built to be elegant. It was built to keep your ancestors alive long enough to produce the next anxious generation. So the next time a tray drops in a restaurant and 40 adults perform the exact same full body glitch, that is not 40 people panicking. That's one ancient alarm going off in 40 different meat suits. An alarm written by people who learned each of these the hard way and stayed alive just barely long enough to pass it forward. The calm ones didn't leave many reviews. You're descended from the jumpy ones. Your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents installed the alarms. You just inherited the building. And down in the basement, a caveman is still sitting beside the emergency button. And that idiot will press it for absolutely anything. I'm MR.Q. Subscribe for more science explaining why your body keeps making decisions without consulting you. And tell me in the comments which of the 5 gets you the worst.
If you say none of them, I'm mailing you a lotus pod.